morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of Voice of Radio. So today we need to have a look at, well, some new secret rares and the pull rates from Night Wanderer. They've gone and done that thing they tend to do over in Japan, where they've gone and opened a box nice and early. And that means that we can have a little bit of a look. Firstly, at some new secret rares. And secondly, at what's going on with this, and whether it is like a normal set, or whether there's anything weird, and whether things are sticking like we expect them to. Sound like a plan? Excellent. So let's get rolling with some new secret rares, including a full art Kingdra. Now, what's weird about this Kingdra, and there is something weird about this Kingdra, right, is the fact that we know there is a special illustration rare Kingdra coming. But we also know for us, it's coming as a promo. I don't expect it to be in the Japanese set. Remember, we've also got a Greninja coming, but that's going to be a promo, and that's not an alternate art from this set. That's an alternate art of the Greninja from the EX deck that is very much not from this set. So I don't know if we're actually going to be getting Greninja EX in Night Wanderer. I'm kind of suspecting we might not be. So that makes the full art the best one in the set. There is, remember, an illustration rare Horsey which is coming, which is kind of cool. But for us in Shrouded Fable, which is of course how we're getting this set, we can just go and buy the special illustration rare collection for Kingdra and get this, and it's going to be lovely. As for the card itself, it is a cool card, don't get me wrong. It's the main selling point. Best bit about the card is single energy, and you get to play 3 water Pokemon from your discard pile onto your bench. And it is water Pokemon. Not basic water Pokemon, none of that. Whichever water Pokemon you like, with the exception of Palafin. I've already seen some people suggesting using this to get Palafin out. Remember, the FAQ for Twilight Masquerade made it very clear. The only way you get Palafin into play, or Palafin EX into play, is with Palafin 0 to hero ability. That's the only way you get it into play. Otherwise, can't be done. Sorry about that. If you turn off Palafin's ability, then yes, if you turn it off before it comes into play. But that's just not happening at the moment. Sorry about that. Can't use it for Palafin. Otherwise, it's a cool card, and having a full art of it is quite nice. We knew it was coming, but it's nice to see it. And we've then got Tapu Bulu. I love Tapu Bulu. Best of the Island Guardians from Gen 7. I stand by that. As for the card, it's all right. I mean, the artwork here... Oh, I love the artwork. It looks awesome. I don't know what Bulu's doing in that random half-crumbling structure. I'm assuming it's having fun. Good on it, frankly. And the card is all right. 4 energy, 220, and it does 30 to itself. Now, 220 is actually really good. And to be fair, it does self-damage, but before it does, it's a... single prize Pokemon, basic of 140 HP. That's actually quite nice. We like this. The problem here is the energy cost. This is not a cheap Pokemon to pay for. And we have options for paying for it. We've got Gardenia's Vigor, for instance. And we've got Forretress, which will give up prizes to do so. So I'm not sure you really want to. But it's an option there if you do. But honestly here... I just feel like there's other places to put grass energy. If you're playing a super heavy grass energy deck and you've got lots of acceleration and you don't mind putting the energy on, then yeah, absolutely, 220 on a basic Pokemon is great. It's expensive, but 220 on a basic Pokemon is great. It's just really expensive to get rolling. You have been warned. But the artwork is cool, and I want this. And stop the presses, ladies and gentlemen. When I recorded this video, they were the 2 new secret rares. I was pretty happy seeing those 2 new ones, but you know what's really good? And it's on the thumbnail, and it was on the screen at the beginning of the video, so you do know what's coming. Special illustration rare Cassiopeia. When I recorded and edited this video, I didn't know we were going to be talking about this, but we are. And this is probably the big card in the set. Like, firstly, You've got Cassiopeia, who, spoiler alert, is Penny. But then you've also got the Eevee Rotom phone, which is amazing. You've got Sylveon, which I'm assuming isn't a plush toy, but we can't rule it out. And then you've got all the stuff. This is a phenomenal card. I love this card. I mean, look, I'm never going to like any Penny card more than the special illustration rare we got in Scarlet and Violet by Okacheke, my favourite artist. That card is redonkulous. But let's make no mistake about it. This is an extremely cool card, and people like Penny, and I could see this being the best card in the set, certainly in terms of value. It's just something cool about this card, if that makes any sense whatsoever. People are going to love this, and I did predict that we were going to be getting a special illustration rare of Cassiopeia. And on the one hand, yeah, nailed that prediction. On the other hand, it was an easy prediction to make, let's be honest. It's Cassiopeia. You were always going to get a special illustration rare. Don't forget, we have got a bunch of other products of Cassiopeia coming. We got deck box sleeves and a playmat, all of which are coming as well. People are going to like this very, very much. As for the cards, you can only play it if it's the final card in your hand. But you search for any two cards, there is a lot of potential going on here. I had already finished this video, but what was I going to do? Not show you the Cassiopeia special illustration rare? Nah, mate. That was not where I was going to go. So what have we got in terms of pull rates then? Well, what we got was 3 illustration rares. The Bulu I just mentioned, plus the Horsey I showed you a second ago, and the Zorua. And the Zorua is a stunning piece of art. Absolutely love the Zorua. And this is pretty standard in Japanese boxes nowadays. There are 12 illustration rares per set. That's been the case for a while. I don't expect that to change. And you get 3 of them per box. So that means that you get 1/4 of the illustration rares in every box. And that's alright. Stunning? No. Alright? Yeah, mate. That's actually pretty cool. And you get yourself 1 A-Spec. Now, in this box, I went and hit Neutral Center, which is actually good on them, frankly. It is by far the best among them. Now, there are 3 A-Specs available in this set, like there actually is in every set. Here we got Neutral Center, which is the one they went and got, which is the one that says that your non-rule box Pokemon cannot be damaged by EXs and Vs. It's pretty cool. The other ones we've got here are Pokevital A, which just heals 150, and then Dangerous Laser, which gets Burn and Confusion, and yeah. I like this set as a whole. I think Night Wanderer is a very good set. I've been extremely clear about that. However, I do think it's fair to say that the A-Specs in this set are underwhelming. You get 1 of the 3 of them in every box. You get 1 full art or above. In this case, it's Kingdra, the full art. And yeah, honestly, there are special illustration rares available, like the Pecharunt I showed you the other day, and there's gold cards and all of that, but you do get 1 secret rare, that's alright. And then you get yourself 4 EXs. Now, the EXs they got here, we can see, was Kingdra, Okidogi, Munkidori, and Pecharunt. For what it's worth, I think Okidogi is the best in the set, as in the best card in the set, but also the best EX. What we've got here is free energy 130, but if you're poisoned, it does 260. But there's that new Binding Mochi tool that does an extra 40 damage if you're poisoned. We've got ways to accelerate poison damage, and you can legitimately get this up to 350, including poison damage, on a basic Pokemon, and we got ways to accelerate energy. Make no mistake about it, Okidogi is great. Also, I got to mention a new Janine supporter here. There's going to at least be a full art. There might be a special illustration rare. I predict there will be. We don't actually know yet. We'll have to wait and see. But Janine lets you attach an energy to 2 different darkness Pokemon, and if you attach to your active, they're poisoned, and you attach from the deck. Yeah. It's, pretty gosh darn good. Munkidori, I'm afraid, is the worst of the Darkness EXs in the set. I don't really like it. However, if you've got Pecharunt in play, it only gives up 1 prize, so that does help it. And that Pecharunt is, again, also pretty ridiculous, because it lets you switch one of your bench Darkness Pokemon with your active, and poisons them. But again, we see from stuff like Binding Mochi and Okidogi, you don't mind getting poisoned here. That is absolutely fine. So now I need to... and it's got an attack that does 60 damage for each prize card your opponent's taken. That adds up quickly. So now, of course, I need to ask you the question I always ask when we do these videos. What did they not get? Which 2 EXs in the set did they whiff? And the answer is, of course, Pheasant Dipty, the other one of the Loyal Free, the one that lets you draw free cards if you had a Pokemon KO'd last turn, doesn't stack only once per turn no matter how many Pheasant Dipty you've got. And then Forever Vroom, best thing about it is single energy 140 if you came active this turn, which does hit some key weaknesses. So here's what they got as a whole, and I just think the pull rates from Japanese boxes are ridiculous. You get 3 of the 12 artwork rares, 4 of the 6 EXs, 1 of the 3 ace specs, and then 1 random secret rare. Now I've actually gone to the point now where I do go and buy 2 boxes of the set, because my dream is I get all 6 EXs with only 2 doubles. I get 2 different ace specs and 6 different artwork rares. I want 1 of every card in the set, including artwork rares, but not including other secret rares. And from 2 boxes, you can get, so you're just missing 6 artwork rares and 1 ace spec. That's the dream. But now that there are ace specs, I do think, for me personally, buying 2 boxes is the play, because now you're going to need to buy a couple of ace specs, and that just gets annoying. I love Japanese boxes. I love buying Japanese boxes. And in a couple of weeks' time, you're going to see me open a couple Japanese boxes of Night Wanderer, hoping to pull some of these amazing cards. I think the pull rates in Japanese boxes are great. And also, guaranteeing to get 4 of the 6 EXs. When you've got really playable EXs like Okidogi, for instance, I've seen people pull box after box after box of English sets and be missing too many EXs. That happens a lot less when you're getting 4 out of 6 in a box. Just spare a thought for the terrible ace specs in this set. Right, that's what you need to know, and now it's over to you guys. I told you I was going to show you some new ace specs, and I did. I told you I was going to show you the pull rates, and I have. So now it's over to you guys. Tell me what you think about this. Go nuts in the comment section, but be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk about Pokemon and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.